What if I told you that Rome's greatest general was not just fighting wars? He was fighting crushing debts that could destroy him long before any enemy ever could. Julius Caesar's rise to power is a story told in every history book. But the part no one talks about is the money, the debt, the loans. The secret financial deals that he needed just to stay alive politically. Caesar's early life wasn't filled with wealth. His family was noble, but not rich. And Roman politics was brutally expensive. To be seen, you needed to spend. To win, you needed to overspend. Caesar understood this perfectly. So he started borrowing money aggressively. He borrowed from rich aristocrats. He borrowed from powerful bankers. He borrowed from anyone willing to bet on his future. His debt grew rapidly. Caesar funded lavish public feasts to gain popularity. He sponsored games, gladiator shows, and expensive festivals. Rome loved spectacle, and Caesar delivered it, but behind the applause, the debts piled up. By the age of 30, Caesar was drowning financially. Some historians estimate he owed the modern equivalent of millions. He spent far more than he earned. Every arena he filled drained his purse. Every political campaign emptied his pockets further. His creditors began circling around him. Some demanded repayment. Others threatened to seize his properties. But Caesar had something they didn't: influence. He convinced them that backing him was an investment. A gamble that, if he rose to power, would pay off massively. So the lenders kept giving him money. Even when his debt reached dangerous levels. Even when default seemed inevitable. Caesar's charm kept him financially alive. But charm alone couldn't save him forever. Politics in Rome ran on money, not speeches. Not ideals. Money. Winning an election required buying support, bribing officials, funding public shows, and ensuring your name stayed on every Roman's lips. Caesar needed more loans than any candidate of his time. He borrowed from the famous banker Marcus Crassus. Crassus was the richest man in Rome. He saw potential in Caesar. He knew Caesar's ambition could change Rome, so he gave him enormous financial support. But this support came with expectations. Crassus wanted political protection. Favorable decisions, favors inside the Senate. And Caesar delivered them when he could. In return, Crassus cleared some of Caesar's debts, paid off angry creditors, and secured loans for him from other wealthy allies. But this created a new kind of trap. Caesar was now financially tied to his political allies. Every move he made had to benefit them. His independence vanished. He became a political investment. A pawn in the financial chessboard of Rome. His rivals used his debt against him. They mocked him in the Senate. They called him reckless. They called him unstable. They spread rumors that he would sell Rome itself just to pay his loans. But Caesar pushed forward. He needed a breakthrough. And he found it as governor of Gaul. Gaul gave him military power. Gaul gave him victories. Gaul gave him loot, gold, and wealth he never had before. For the first time in his life, Caesar wasn't just breaking, he was gaining. Winning battles meant winning money. Money paid the army. Money paid his debts. Money increased his influence everywhere in Rome. But even then, even at the height of his success, Caesar still owed money. Debt shaped Caesar's fate more than anyone realized. When he returned from Gaul, he was both powerful and deeply controversial. His enemies in the Senate panicked. They feared he would use his army to seize total control. But there was a hidden reason behind their rush to stop him. If Caesar returned to Rome as a private citizen, without political immunity, his creditors could legally destroy him. They could drag him to court. They could seize his property. They could bankrupt him. This wasn't just politics. It was financial warfare. Caesar knew this. His allies knew this. Even his enemies knew this. This fear of losing everything was one of the reasons Caesar refused to give up his military command. It wasn't just ambition. It was survival. Crossing the Rubicon wasn't only a political rebellion. It was a financial lifeline. By crossing, he secured protection and ensured no creditor could touch him. But that move also sealed his fate. He became a dictator. He controlled Rome. He erased many debts. He punished corrupt creditors. He rewrote financial laws. This terrified the wealthy elites. Money controls power. And Caesar was threatening that balance. Some of the senators who later assassinated him had deep financial motives. They feared losing their influence. They feared Caesar ending their financial empires. They feared a Rome where one man controlled both the army and the economy. So they acted. Daggers were drawn. The Senate floor became a battlefield. And Caesar's life ended not just because of politics, but because of money. Debt had shaped his rise. Debt had shaped his alliances. Debt had shaped his wars, and in a strange twist of fate, debt even shaped his assassination. Rome lost its greatest general that day, but the financial chaos he left behind continued for years. His debts, his reforms, and his legacy reshaped Rome permanently. Caesar teaches us that even the mightiest leaders can be chained by money. Power means nothing if finances collapse beneath it. And sometimes the most dangerous enemy isn't an army, it's debt. If you loved this deep dive into the hidden financial world of ancient Rome, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more untold stories that shaped history. Your support keeps these powerful stories alive,